What is going on YouTube? It's your boy NevinTheBarber, and in today's YouTube tutorial we're going to be covering a mid fade, and I'm going to be showing you guys two different ways to achieve a fade today. So first things first, I'm going to go ahead and start my foundation guideline with my Gamma Instinct trimmers. And like I said, since this is going to be a mid fade, I'm going to make sure I don't bring it too high on the sides, and I'm going to keep it right at the occipital bone on the back of my client's head. Whenever you guys are creating this first guideline, you want to make sure that it's nice and consistent on both sides. Always remember, a nice clean foundation will equal a nice clean fade. And I do have these trimmers right here, zero gapped. If you guys are wondering, I would highly recommend the Gamma Instinct trimmers. They're very powerful, very efficient, very lightweight, and they're still hitters. You can achieve a nice crispy line with them. And like I said, I'm going to be keeping that guideline right at the occipital bone in the back. I didn't want to make the guideline completely straight, just so it gives some contrast and it fits the shape of my client's head. I'm going to go ahead and come in with my Gamma Instinct clippers with no guard lever all the way open. And I'm going to take this next guideline up about 1 inch right above my previous section. And it's important that you guys give yourself enough space to blend out this guideline. You don't want to make it too narrow either. I feel like about 1 inch is a good length for you to blend out that guideline. And little by little, I'm just going to start closing the lever on my clippers. And when I do this, I'm going to be sure to shorten my cutting stroke as well, just because every time you guys close that lever, it is going to be getting cut at a shorter length. So with this fading system right here, I'm going to be showing you guys how to blend up into the fade. And on the other side, I'll show you guys how you can blend down into the fade. So we're basically just going to be creating a guideline, and then we're going to blend it out right after we create it. And these Gamma Ergo clippers right here are zero gapped as well. And I would highly recommend that you guys zero gap your clippers, only because it makes this part of the job right here that much easier. And now I'm gonna go ahead and set another guideline with the zero guard all the way open. So this is cutting the hair down to about a short 0.5 length. And I'm gonna blend out that guideline using my 1.5 guard all the way open, just flicking up into the parietal ridge. So with this guard right here, it's basically blending up into the crown area. And then with the next guard, that's gonna be the guard that really makes the fade blurry and stand out. And right here, you guys can see that I'm doing some clipper over comb while still keeping the 1.5 guard on. And I like to do this just to maintain some of the length on the sides, but it still, creates a nice flush cut along the temple area. And now I'm using my blur guard with the lever all the way open. And this is now cutting the hair down to a 1.5 guard length. And I'm just gonna slowly start closing my lever and flicking out that last middle guideline. So this is basically going to be the final step in this fading system right here. You're just connecting the 0.5 into the 1.5 guard up into the clipper over comb. And you really want to pay attention to the growth pattern of your client's hair whenever you guys are doing this, just because some of your clients may have hair growing in different directions. And now I have the lever almost all the way closed, so the clipper is now cutting the hair down to a 1/2 guard length. And I really like this blur guard right here, just because, like I said, it can stretch up all the way to the 1.5 guard length, which is really efficient when it comes to fading, because the fade does happen from the 1.5 down to the 0. So just keep that in mind whenever you guys are cutting hair. And now that I have my fade complete, I'm gonna go ahead and move on to the lineup. So with the lineups, I always like to create the C cup followed by the vertical bars, and then I'll come back and line up the front on the center of my client's forehead. And I really like doing it this way because you don't have to find yourself struggling where the line goes. You can get a nice clean crispy edge up while keeping it at the natural line if you guys line up the C cups, like I said, followed by the vertical bars first. And if you guys have learned anything in this tutorial so far, please be sure to hit that like button and subscribe to my channel if you haven't already. I do drop weekly barber tutorials, just trying to drop free gems and help anyone in the industry that I can. And I do appreciate all of my subscribers. So if you guys are tuning in, thank you so much. I appreciate the support. And if there's any other tutorials you guys want to see, feel free to drop them in the comments and I will get them out for you guys. And now I'm going to go ahead and do some razor work now that I have the fade complete. And I'm just stretching the skin in the opposite direction and that I'm bleeding, in the opposite direction that I bring the razor blade in. And you guys always want to make sure to stretch the skin when doing this step. And I'm going to come back with my Gamma Ergo clippers one more time just to detail out any last dark areas that I see in the fade. I always like to come back and detail my work, just ensuring that I could get the blurriest cut possible. And not only will your client appreciate this, but it will increase your chances of retainment. So never be afraid to really just go back and detail your work. And now that I have the left side of the fade complete, I'm gonna go ahead and show you guys a different fading system on the right side of my client's head. So to start off the fade, we're basically gonna start it how we started the other one, creating our first initial guideline with the trimmers. And it's very important that you guys make sure that this guideline is proportioned and symmetrical to the one on the opposite side of your client's head. And now I'm going to go ahead and create my next guideline using no guard lever all the way open. And I'm going up again about another inch just so I have enough room to blend out this guideline. And instead of me blending it out right away, I'm going to go ahead and set another guideline right above it with the 0 guard all the way closed, followed by clipper over comb with the 1.5 guard. So with this fading system right here, we're basically just going up, setting our guidelines in, and then we're coming back down to blend each one out. So right now I'm just blending up into the parietal ridge using the 1.5 guard all the way open, and that's after I've already done some clipper over comb. And now I'm gonna go ahead and work on that bottom section using no guard lever all the way closed, and I'm just flicking out that guideline with a very short cutting stroke. And I'm just gonna gradually start to open that lever little by little, just so I can, you know, erase that guideline as needed. And personally, I do prefer using this system over the one on the previous side that I just showed you guys, but you guys just really got to find what works for you at the end of the day. My fading technique may not work for you, and you may be able to create a fading technique that, you know, may not work for somebody else. So just experiment with it and see what works best for you guys. I just wanted to give you all a demonstration of how you can achieve a fade, whether it's going up or coming down. And now that I have the fade complete on the right side, I'm gonna go ahead and do the edge up. So first things first, I went ahead and applied some holding spray just so the hair doesn't move when I line it up. And I am gonna start with the C cups just as I did on the other side, followed by the vertical bars. And this just makes it that much easier to come back and get a nice clean line on the center of your client's forehead. And when you guys are doing this, you do want to try to keep it right at your client's natural hairline. That way you're not digging into their natural hairline. And I'm just using the corner of my blade when doing this, just sketching out each point that needs to be cut. And just coming in with my shears to knock off any flyaways right on my client's lineup. Sometimes you can get a nice crispy edge up with the trimmers, but when you comb through the hair, there's still gonna be some flyaways. So this is why I like to come back with the shears. And now that I have the lineup complete, I'm gonna go ahead and erase all of the bulk, cleaning up the fade. And I like to save this step right here for last, only because you guys won't find yourself struggling in the middle of the fade to erase that guideline. And now I'm gonna go ahead and do some razor work. And you guys can see that I'm just applying tension in the opposite direction that I'm bringing the blade. It's very important that you guys do this just to ensure that you don't cut your client, and also to ensure you can get the most crispiest cut. And I'm just using the corner of my blade to really detail my client's hairline. And same thing on the front, I'm going up against the grain of the hair just to really get it as, crispy as I possibly can. It's very important that you guys do this rather than just going with the grain of the hair, only because if you guys go against the grain, it'll cut it a little bit shorter, which will make the haircut last that much longer. And you guys can see how much more crispy my client's hairline looks after I've hit it with the razor against the grain. And now I'm gonna come in with my Bronze Series 9 shaver just to ensure that all of the stubble is cut down to the skin. You guys really wanna try to get the cleanest transition possible from the skin to the stubble into the hair. And just to finish up this fade, I'm gonna be using my NevinTheBarber shears to do some shear over comb. I always like using shears in all of my haircuts, despite which haircut I'm doing, just because it creates more of a softer, subtle finish into the bulk. Sometimes the clippers can leave more of a choppier look whenever you guys are trying to cut into the bulk. So this is why I like using shears. Not only is it important to know how to do shear work on the top of your client's head, but it's also important to know how to use shears whenever detailing a fade, just because it can really take your fade to the next level and bring that much more contrast to the haircut. But that is about it for today's tutorial. Again, if you guys learned anything in this video, please be sure to drop a comment, a like, and subscribe to my channel if you haven't already. But it's been your boy Nevin the Barber, and I'm out. I'll see you guys in the next one.